Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And if I put my speaker or my camera on, you could see me. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. Here it is Sunday. It's a holiday weekend here in Canada because yesterday was Canada Day. So many people had both Friday and even some people on Monday off. So hopefully some people will join me today, but if not, hopefully you'll watch it on the replay. Today I want to play with a couple of stamp set bundles that I haven't played with. One from the new catalog and one from last year's. It was a carryover. They're both from the annual catalog, but one was carried over. It's funny, I bought the Country Wreaths bundle quite late in the game and then never used it. There's always some new product to use. And I've added, it's called Seasonal Branches, which is new in the catalog. So I'm kind of using bits and pieces from both, not either one completely, but it's a kind of, I thought I'd show you a way of combining different stamp sets. When you have an idea, sometimes you have to go looking. So let me switch over. Hey, Lynette. And I will put this card together for you. Okay, so first of all, let me show you some of the products that I'm using. So the first one is the Country Wreaths bundle. And the dies. There are a lot of dies. There's 22 dies in this bundle. So you can, see, sticking. Create wreaths, and then you can cut out all of these different stamped images. Of course, the one sentiment that I actually was looking for, thank you, because I make a lot of thank you cards. There isn't one in this one, but there's Merry Christmas and there's Boo. So you could do a Halloween wreath or a Christmas wreath or a fall wreath. There wasn't any flowers, which I was kind of hoping for. But anyway, so that's kind of why I'm, using some things. So that's the Country Wreaths bundle. I said I have bought it late, didn't use it. Okay, and then the next bundle, this is brand new. This is called Seasonal Branches, and I just thought it was kind of pretty with a little bird. And then there, of course, are dies that you can cut all of these out to add to your branches. The only thing I'm using from this is these little flowers because I want to add some flowers to my wreath. So I went looking for flowers. All right, and then the last thing I'm using, well, actually a couple of others. Told you it's a real mishmash of things today. I want a thank you stamp. So I'm using the thank you from the inked and tiled stamp set. Actually, this is a bundle as well. It's a punch bundle. Okay, I look like I'm frozen. There we go. And then I'm going to use the exposed brick embossing folder. Hey, Vicki, welcome. Hey, Felicia. Oh, hot there in Arizona. I don't know what the temperature is. 21 degrees Celsius, 2142 in the 70s here on the west coast of Canada. Okay, so lots of different products on today's card. But I've gone ahead and done some cutting, some stamping, because I thought you probably don't want to watch me cut out a whole bunch of pieces because most of this is die cut. So I'm using, Sharon, welcome. So I'm using basic black. So I've got a piece that is 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 5 1/2. So use your bone folder, fold it into the mountain or the raised line, and use your bone folder. Then I took a piece of basic black that is 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I embossed it with that most amazing exposed brick embossing folder. Hey, Peg, welcome. So that's going to be kind of the front. It's going to be a very dramatic card, I think. I hope that's my goal, as a dramatic card. Okay, then I went ahead because I didn't want to spend a lot of time cutting out and having you watch me do all of the cutouts. So I stamped two of the two different wreaths from the Country Wreaths, and I stamped those in Old Olive. Not sure which I'm going to use or if I'm going to use both, because I've also cut out of vellum. This is the Basics vellum, and I like how these can be popped up. So it kind of cuts it twice. So you can pop it up, just gives it a kind of a three-dimensional look. So that's what I'm kind of gonna do. I wanted to show you that. So I should have done some of that off camera, but I didn't. All right, so pop these up just to give it some three-dimensional feel to it. It's kind of cool. All right, getting there. This is the vellum. This vellum comes, there's polka dots, there is a diagonal stripe, I think, and then the one I cut, and you probably can't see it because, of course, this is quite a detailed die cut, but it's the one that's got leaves on it. I like vellum, and I also like it when it's patterned vellum. So, all right, so there's my kind of three-dimensional popped up wreath. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this solid wreath and I'm going to layer that on top of it just to give some dimension to it. Now, what did I use from the seasonal branches? Well, there is one die that cuts out three of these little flowers. So I cut out 6 in each color. I have 6 in Berry Burst, 6 in Daffodil Delight, and 6 in Calypso Coral. I told you it was going to be what I think is a dramatic card. Okay, so let's take a glue dot. And I'm just going to use a glue dot to adhere my wreath on to my stamped wreath. If I can find my other glue dot. There we are. Okay, I think 2 will hold it on, hopefully. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to just take and use glue dots on, I don't know how many of these flowers I'm actually going to use, but I wanted to have enough. They're kind of bigger than I thought they were. And so we'll start with 3 of each color. I like them. They're really pretty little flowers. They are embossed. Can you see the kind of the embossed pattern on them? Kind of makes it pretty. I don't think they're too big for this card. I'm hoping they're not. All right, I think that's going to be enough. I'll save those other ones. Okay. So let's just let's just kind of take, okay, this one just doesn't want to stay on. So I'm just going to kind of take and do a bit of a kind of the flowers. And you could actually, I guess I probably could maybe pop a couple of them up. So let's put a dimensional on there. And let's pop the Calypso Coral one and the Berry Burst one up. There we go. All right, I think 3 is going to be plenty. So do that, and then I'm going to again pop the other 2 up like that. Now, all right, there. That's hopefully this card is going to work out. Okay, there is my kind of dramatic card. I'm going to turn it that way. I've got some of this. This is the gold and silver ribbon. It is 1/8 inch. So I thought I would just tie a small bow to go on the wreath. If I can. There we go. Try not to. Okay, there we go. Okay, cut that out. I love this ribbon. I have gone through one roll of the gold. I seem to gravitate to the gold. It's just so pretty. It's an online exclusive, so you won't find it in the catalog. If you're looking for it, you would find it in my online store under the online exclusives. Okay, so there we go. They've got our, so let's pop our wreath up. Use my end of my, oh, I got a couple here that I can use. Otherwise, we will just cut some and use up the what's left. I guess I don't need another one. There we go. I've got 4. Okay, there we go. We'll save those for another card. Okay, so I think we can put this on. We're just going to adhere this flat. I was kind of hoping that the black and the brick made it look like some kind of door. There are, some of my neighbors have some beautiful wreaths on their doors. Okay, there we go. Now, a thank you sentiment. I think I'm going to do it in Berry Burst. She says confidently. Oh, I've got it out already. Where is that stamp? There it is. So I'm using the thank you stamp from the inked and tiled stamp set. Didn't stamp that very straight, did I? Good thing I'm fussy cutting. We can straighten it out. There we go. And use a dimensional back of that. Like that. And then I pulled out, these are the sequence trio. There's got Pretty Peacock White, and then these ones that are kind of pinkish. They look all Berry Burst-ish. So I thought they would look quite pretty on here. Ooh, they almost lose their color on the black. I'm going to add some. Usually I do 3, but we'll add 5 just because they seem to be losing the pink color on the black. Okay, so that's the front of the card. The last thing I need to do, I've got a piece of basic white. Let's find a little stamp. So let's use the little flower stamp from the seasonal branches. This has a ton of different stamps for you to use. So we've got the little flower stamp, and we will stamp some of those on the inside in Berry Burst. Oopsie, didn't stamp that very well. Goodness. Straight up and down. There we go. So that's the inside of the card. So this is a real mishmash of different products, but it's kind of fun that you can figure out, have an idea in your head and figure out what you want to do with it and use just whatever. We've all got so many things, so many products to use. So there we go. There is what I think is a dramatic wreath with all the pretty colors and just some flowers on the inside. Oh, thanks very much. Not sure who said that, but thank you. Don't forget to go to streamyard.com/Facebook if you're coming in through Facebook, so that you can give permission and I can see who's commenting. All I see, if you haven't done that, is Facebook user. Hey, Lynette. So yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, play around, do some combining, think of something, and then just go looking for some products that you can use. And just kind of, it's a bit of a challenge, but it's kind of fun to do that. All right, let's see. Tomorrow I will not be doing my card class. So if you normally join me on Monday nights for my card class on Zoom, I won't be doing it. It's a holiday weekend still here. But I will be back on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. So remember, my times are changing for my weekday. So I will now be live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 2 o'clock Pacific. So hopefully you can join me live then. So it's sketch challenge on Tuesday, technique on Wednesday, and then a mystery challenge on Thursday. All right, everybody, have a great Sunday. Hope you are able to spend some time with family and friends or in your craft room. And I hope you have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.